What's up, creators? Welcome back to another episode of The
Creator Show.
And we're really excited for this episode coming up for you guys today. We have so many updates, so many exciting news things. So on the right corner, we have got Master Sri Akashna with us here today.
Namaste to all.
We have got the return of the Londoner, Louise.
The return of the Londoner. Wow. That's epic.
We got the return of Londoner Louise all the way from London, obviously. And we got Aaliyah from our managing director of the I Am Creator team, featured on the Ask Master show. I actually said this one right this time. Yeah. So that's exciting. What's up, everybody?
Good.
Yeah.
All the way
from
London.
Every time I said this to you guys before going on, I'm like, when I'm doing this show, guys, come on, please help me out here. Don't just be like, yeah, hello. Like, especially you two.
We're just helping you get more creative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, you two are massive, not introverts, extroverts. Like, Master's introverts, so that's totally fine. So what's up? What's new?
Well, I'm not an extrovert. I'm an ambivert. So
what's that?
It's like
what's that?
It's when you're very introverted around everyone else. So with strangers, you're pretty introverted. You don't like people coming up to you and having conversations. But when you know people and you're comfortable with them and you're close to them, then you're very extroverted and out there. So it's
Isn't
the
that
in between.
everyone?
Yeah, I was like,
Because some introverts are just hermits, right?
Too.
And like some people just think that introverts, and then a lot of introverts are just complete hermits where they're not, because you've seen like what we're like. We're really loud and crazy and out there when we're in the vortex.
Right, okay, Louise, what do you have to say for that?
And that's just everyone though. Like, I don't like people talking to me.
You just like talking at people.
Yeah. No, but like,
with your
talk
accent
to me.
in it.
Okay, no, I was gonna say, do you know what? It's more kind of a London thing. People won't necessarily talk to people, but then here up in Lincoln, it's nice. Like when we're at the checkout, you can say hello and they talk back.
Yeah, that's very normal, right?
Okay, no, I think what Aaliyah described there is more of a London thing. People don't talk to each other in London, but outside of London, people actually are quite nice to people.
Wow. Well, in the creator circle, I think we're all nice to each other, right? That's basically the message. Anyways, moving on from that, we've got
a lot of... I feel
like
the energy today is going to be very interesting.
What with what?
Well, because Master's on his water fast,
so
he's
how's that
very
going?
calm.
Yeah. How is it going? Yeah,
he's very hungry.
Have you started like seeing people's faces as food?
No, it's actually really good. I think I did what Angela said before. Actually, I've made some hot water, and when I was first drinking hot water, I felt like I was eating or something. You know, it's like,
really,
wow, this one's different. This one, you know, it's like
you can have ice cubes
like
for
a hot
dessert.
meal.
I'm gonna spoil myself with
ice
some
cubes.
hot water.
And knock myself out with some ice cubes later. Wait.
Yeah, right. Well, I think Master, you're the only one that's on the water fast from this panel right now.
We can tell. Like,
I think there's a couple of other team members who are on it as well. But for those people who are watching or who are thinking of doing a water fast, I've only ever done one. It was, remember that time with yourself and Man. That was rather interesting. But what's the benefits?
He's not doing it this time.
Listen, I love myself too much for that. What's the benefits of doing a water fast for those people who maybe want to get involved with?
We need to flush out. Do you know? Have you ever heard of colon therapy?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You know what colon therapy is?
No.
Yeah.
Where they stick this pipe up your bum.
Yeah.
And they blast cold water in, and they extract everything out, everything from your intestines going. So I got a friend in Slovakia has a clinic, and you see the box. Do you know what the box you see in a box?
No.
What, when it comes out?
So it's like a fish tank.
Oh yeah, it's clear. You can see it.
Yeah, there you go. So you get to see it, but the purpose of seeing it is because when you look at it, do you know what you see?
Minging.
Like it shocks you.
It shocks you because you will be able to find food that you ate maybe 5 years back.
Yeah.
It's there.
Oh my god,
So
that's gross.
basically, because you know how oil and fats and all this work, it just like things get stuck. So this is where all the people, diseases, all these things start like
forming.
Yeah, they live there, right? So when all that is extracted, it's literally cleaning up all the pipes, right? So if I talk about water fast, then it's kind of like it's people can't water fast because their mindset is not strong enough.
Right.
That's why they'll have to resort to something like that. But actually, your body has the natural system to be able to do that.
Right.
So day one. And don't do 1 day. I mean, Jane said to me yesterday, she said, Master, can I do 1 day water fast? I said, don't do 1 day. You know what happens when you do 1 day?
What's that?
What do you think happens when you do one day?
Does the body go into shock or something?
Well, what do you think will happen what do you think Jane will do on day 2?
Just binge
Eat a lot.
She will eat 10 times the
times
amount
more,
because she's
yeah.
like, oh my God, I can't believe I starved
Yeah.
myself, right? That's what happens when you fast one day.
Yeah.
So, and then 2 day is still not there yet because 2 days is still flushing out the system.
Right.
On day 3, do you know what happens on day 3?
What's that?
You did it last time.
I
You
do
don't
know.
what
Yeah,
was-
I know
you
the
don't know what's
answer.
happening.
Okay.
Do you like start
do you know
losing your
something?
appetite, or do you crash?
That's the interesting thing.
both?
I think like day 2 was the hardest day. Like day
2
1
is
was
definitely
fine.
hardest.
Right, day 2 is hardest.
Yeah.
So I remember whenever I was doing it, I was like, oh, after this is finished tomorrow, I'm going to eat so much food. And I was preparing everything that I was going to eat. And then like by the time I come off the water fast, it's the most disappointing thing ever because you
You
were
get full
planning-
from
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
prawn cracker.
Yeah. It's just like, Jesus, like that's very interesting though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
But on day 3, because there's nothing else to eat,
Your body starts eating the dead cells.
your body starts eating itself. So
Right.
eating everything that's on all the pipelines and everything
Oh, wow.
and flushing all that out. Mm.
And then is it true that your stomach shrinks as well?
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
it's just
man's gonna have a big shock after he comes off, right?
Mine
Seriously.
had a big shock last time. But I think
Yeah.
the thing is when people do cleansing things, it's very important what you intake afterwards.
Yeah. How you
Yeah.
break the fast.
I think last time, when we did it together,
Yeah,
and then
we
man
went
went for a curry.
Yeah. Man was like, Bo, I've got us booked in for Thai restaurant and stuff. Meanwhile, Master wanted
So-
a carrot steak, you know?
So it kind of just like
I'm not gonna lie. I have promised man breakfast on Thursday morning.
yeah, but everything just reverses, So I think that you have to the whole process needs to
There
be
we go.
disciplined. Yeah.
So,
But another thing as well that happens, day 2, day 3, when it starts eating into itself,
Yeah.
is bad breath.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Need
Do you know
plenty
why?
of
Won't
Do you
be
know,
around you
do you know
tomorrow.
why that is? Do you know why that is?
Well, something science related. I don't
Is
know
it like the
direct answer.
bile in your stomach pours in the hydrochloric acid because it's like a natural system where it goes to break down the food, but there's no food to break down. So
When it's eating all the disgusting stuff because it needs to burn it for energy, right? Use it for energy. Then it'll all come up this way. All the fumes from
Beautiful.
from eating into the pipes, it'll come up this way.
Wow.
So
Ali, I think we
that-
give these
that-
guys a work from home day
that
tomorrow.
Yeah.
that type of thing starts happening. But actually, another thing as well. So water fast has that health benefit, has the mindset.
It's
Takes a lot of mindset,
discipline.
Yeah.
discipline, training, but also spiritual cleansing of
Mhm.
old energies,
Mhm.
allowing those to be free.
Nice.
Senses will heighten.
Mhm.
So these things happen. But actually, on the topic of bad breath, I was speaking to to
On the
somebody.
topic.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the team members about it today. Not because they had, not
Tell
because,
Can you
not
go brush
because
your
they
teeth,
had bad
please?
breath, but do you use tongue scraper?
I do not, but we
That
use
is so
something
cool.
else called a Miswak, which is like it's not really a toothbrush, but it's like a bark from a tree
Yeah.
where you use it. You know what it is,
Mhm.
right? So it's a Muslim thing that when we're
Yeah.
fasting or
And
just
you
every
know
day.
because
She's very multicultural.
I've been blessed with an incredible amount of different friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's like a bark that you use and you clean your tongue and your teeth and everything. So, that's what we use.
is that first thing you do in the morning?
You
do you
will,
do it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you?
No,
do you do
I
anything?
brush my tongue.
Yeah, it's still different.
I know, but I've seen the tongue scraper. They're actually featured. They're actually this cool thing. But whenever it's like in the shape of your tongue, like it's a line. I don't know what material it is, but whenever you actually scrape your tongue, it's crazy what's on there.
Have you done it?
No, I've never tried
Oh,
the
wow.
real thing.
Have you done it? Do you do it?
No, I
It's a
brush
big
my
problem.
tongue, but
Right.
I brush
Okay.
my tongue. Yeah.
can't-
In the
Yeah.
mornings, it's very easy for bad breath, right?
Yeah.
Right. What's happening? Because whether you like it or not, it's all flushing and it's all coming up. Taste is on tongue. In the morning, you'll get taste on tongue.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
a not nice taste.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a bitter, horrible taste, right? Then you go brush your teeth. But a lot of people, they say, okay, drink water and all this type of stuff. Basically, what it's doing is taking all the toxins and it's built up on the tongue.
so
All
taking
the
them
toxins
out.
is there. So what you do, you're drinking water, okay, back down again.
Oh.
Or you're brushing your teeth and getting on with your day, again, back down
Back
again.
down. So you need to
Wow.
scrape it
So
off.
you have to, first thing you do, you have to scrape it off. And the first time you do it, you'll know, and you'll get addicted to it because you
Sit
you
in the
cannot-
office.
you cannot not scrape your tongue because you know every time you swallow, then it's all going back in again.
Oh wow.
So actually, first thing in the morning, all off. You'll see it. It's horrible.
Whenever I speak to man in the morning, I'm gonna wake up. Don't speak to
Oh,
me. Don't speak to me.
Someone walks into the office and all of us are like,
No, but it's huge.
That's a
though.
video in
These are all
itself.
toxins. It's
Wow.
huge. Yeah, we should bring a toxin.
So for those of you-
we're getting them on our store. Actually, we're
Wow.
getting.
I was
gonna
some
say, you need a
tongue
They
water
are on
fast
our
starter.
store. In fact,
Wow.
our store will put the link underneath this video. You guys need to get yourself a tongue scraper.
Yeah.
For
Make
those
sure
of you, for those of you who don't have a tongue scraper, I want you to raise your hand, point yourself, and say, "I
need to
must
get a tongue
invest in a
scraper."
tongue scraper.
Yeah.
I must remove."
Whoever's got
toxins
me
from
for
the
Secret
body.
Santa, I'd like a tongue scraper for Christmas. Please. Dear Santa, I've been a good
Wow.
girl.
It's huge,
Wow.
huge health benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so there we
But
go.
you could put together a water fast starter kit. Have a tongue scraper and
We're gonna
a
do a
water bottle.
water fast.
Yeah, we're doing a challenge.
We're
soon.
doing a global water fast. This is for age
For
giving.
age giving.
Okay,
yes.
I will
Yeah.
actually be in for that one.
I'll do that.
I wasn't
The
notified.
whole
before
world
this
is
one.
going to be in.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think it's also very important that you need to prepare for a water fast as well, though, right?
Mhm.
Like, especially a lot of people on here who drink a lot of fizzy drinks, who eat a lot of meat, and who eat a lot of heavy food. You can't just go straight into water fast. You need to prepare. I don't know the science
I
behind it.
think
but you
it's
do,
just
right?
mainly just slowly cutting down on like really
The week
bad
before or
food that
something.
you
It would
eat.
just make it
like-
easier. That's all.
Yeah.
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 Just
Yeah.
cutting. I think me and my schoolgirls, we did like a water challenge where we only drank water. We had food, but the only liquid that we consumed was water for 10 days, which was a couple years back. So that's when I still was drinking a lot of fizzy drink, and that for me was
Wow.
interesting.
Wow. Okay.
It's good.
Well,
There's lots of ways of starting to transition into the water fast.
But this water fast challenge, what we were thinking of doing was doing a global water fast challenge, and then raise awareness for also things like water and
Yeah.
sanitation and things
Yeah.
like that for the less fortunate,
Yeah.
and get everybody just to donate $1 each,
Yeah.
and then pass the message on. $1 each. We're looking at 1 million plus people. That's
Yeah.
$1 million
$1 million
to help those that are less fortunate, and at the
Nice.
same time, we get to raise our awareness and consciousness around it. So, really, really excited for that.
Yeah.
2020.
2020,
Yeah,
a couple of months away,
2020.
right?
Yeah.
So for those of you who is interested in joining the water fast, be sure to comment water fast down below. Be
Absolutely.
sure before the challenge.
And then Lim will contact you all individually and make friends with you and give you all his
we can be
personal contacts.
we can be water fast buddies, yeah? Okay, so be sure to do that. Right, well, moving on from the water conversation, we are in week 4 of Wealth Yogis.
Yeah.
We get a lot of,
Fun
we have
week.
some Wealth Yogis actually leaving this week, right?
Yeah.
On the previous episode, we actually had Aileen and Nazarene. Part of it, they really have loved it and enjoyed it. How do you guys think the whole thing is going, or what's your whole view on everything that's been happening so far?
I feel like a lot of them have been going through a lot of change, a lot of growth, and just seeing that growth in all of them from when they started to until now when they're about to leave. It's been pretty amazing, especially being on that journey with them. And obviously this has been our first batch. So as our first batch, there's only been like I think 30 of them. So we've had a pretty close relationship with all of them, and just starting to implement a lot of the things like the meditation and gratitude and affirmations in the morning. That's been quite nice as well.
Yeah.
So they've been
It's-
like an extension of
it's
our
built
team.
up some
really.
real strong habits.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
speaking
God,
to
yeah.
I was speaking to Isis about this just yesterday, and she was saying, "Oh, so what should I do going forward, like practicing yoga and things like that, or sign up for classes?" I said, "You can go and sign up for a class, but the class that you sign up for will no longer be like it won't satisfy you.
It's not
You'll be
gonna
like,
help.
what? We're finished? It's over?" You know,
Yeah.
because this is a very different level of training.
Yeah.
So building that habits, and then they will take those habits away, and they'll need to push themselves to
Yeah.
continue. Yeah.
I think I know we speak about everything that has happened with inside like Wealth Yogi. They're going through the meditation, they're going through the spiritual journey. Obviously that's what it's part of, but I think Louise had mentioned this yesterday throughout her session, that they're actually balancing the life of spirituality with business. And for example, this week I think it's been probably the most successful week for some of them.
Yep.
Some of them closing 10k deals,
Mm.
like 5k deals here, there and everywhere, and there's obviously money to be made there and
Mm.
stuff. I think that's a big shock for some of them as well. Like for example, Jeremy, I was having a conversation with him and stuff, and he goes, "I've never collected that much money in my life ever
Yeah.
before," as well, because
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't used to dealing
What
with
was
such
it? It was
numbers.
Svenja that had like a 30-minute call. So Svenja's first language isn't English.
Yeah.
That's right.
She did a call in English.
Yeah.
was it 30 minutes and closed?
I think 1 hour. She said it took me 1 hour,
Yeah.
but within that 1 hour, I
she
don't know,
closed
two platinum tickets or something.
She
like
closed an
Mm.
incredible amount of money, and she kind of acknowledging that for herself to say that actually that was insane. She
Yeah.
never had that vision of being able to do that. And
Yeah.
she was sneaky actually, because if you look, whenever she was looking at reaching out to people, she was always reaching out to people that spoke the same language as her.
that. Yeah.
But then she challenged herself to now get it into English
Yeah.
as well, and now she's
Yeah.
like up there flying. So so
I think
small little
that's
things.
I think that's huge because
Yeah.
a lot of people who come onto our programs and stuff, and a lot of people, well, the majority of people actually out there, they're actually not comfortable with speaking about money. They're not comfortable. I know in my household,
But I think
growing
it's
up,
also another thing as well. It's knowing what I mean, the term that we're using, we say closing, but people don't get closing because
serving.
outside people listen to it. They think closing, that's what do you mean closing people? That's horrible. We're selling, but actually because it's about, you need to really believe in what the product is.
Yeah.
You need to know that thing is of so much value.
Yeah.
Then closing no longer becomes closing.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
just a thing of, hey, how can I help people?
Yeah.
Jane was saying it the other day. She came up to me. She said, "Master, I'm just really happy to make more calls because really, when I call them, I feel like I'm helping them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, people need that belief. Then it's no longer a game of
Yeah.
closing or
Yeah.
selling. It's saying, hey, actually, how do we call people and how do we speak to people? How do we build a relationship? How do we find a way to help
Mm.
people?
Well,
you
it's
know?
like Aileen came up to me and she just took me out for a one-to-one conversation. Aileen, by the way, who was featured on the last show, and we were just going for a walk, and she just said, "I wanna say to you, I just want to let you know, I'm so thankful that you closed me." And I said, "But I didn't close you. Like, you saw a product and a service and an opportunity that came up. I was literally just there to be the vessel to present the opportunity to you." And she said, "Well, regardless of what it is, it's completely transformed and changed my life. How I do everything," she said, "like when I go back home, these new habits are still instilled within me." And I think that's similar to what you had been sharing with us as a team, as the reason why Wealth Yogi has been created was to create that change and that lasting change within inside an individual, right?
That's the thing as well. I was speaking
Yeah.
to Bella this morning about she was sharing her vision and what she really wanted to do,
Yeah.
and she said, my thing is the education system, because
Yeah.
obviously she's still young. She just
Yeah.
came out of education. She dropped out, and she said the reason why I dropped out is because I don't agree with how it's ran, what is taught there,
Yeah.
and how practical it is in the real world. So she said that's why when I looked at things like drop shipping and things and I got interested, because I said I want to do more. I want to make an impact. I want to learn practical skills today, and when wanting to make that change, this is also something about when we're talking about closing. When it comes to Wealth Yogi program, right now we can call it closing because we need to be able to communicate the message with people to say, hey, this is what the program is, and get people interested in it. But actually in the future of Wealth Yogi program, it's not going to be closing anymore. If you think about it, I mean, university doesn't close you on, they don't like, I need to try and close you or I need to try and sell the program to you. Yet at the same time, you very willingly pay, I don't even know how much it is now.
I don't know how much it
30K,
is.
40K.
Yeah, about 15K a year.
Yeah. So maybe I end up paying 50K and you close yourself on it. But why is the reason of that? The reason is because the conditioning is that's normal.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, people are just coming out of university, going into debt, and a lot of people are still in student debt.
But you know what's so interesting? Like the way you said people close themselves on it. They close themselves on it. And I don't know if you guys have met people like this, but they even know that it's not the right decision for them. Have you ever met people like that?
Yeah.
I'm going to university.
I don't know why I'm doing it. Family want me to do it.
It's family pressures. It's just
They don't know what they want to do as well.
It's just an entrenched thing. Like, I think even now, if we're going to talk education system, like to pick your GCSEs, they've lowered the age now. So you're like 13 when you're picking what you're going to do your exams in, which ultimately base what you then go to do university.
Yeah.
At 12, 13, I didn't even know. I mean, even now at 36, I don't know what cereal I want for breakfast, let alone what I'm going to do in my life. And at 18, you've left school and you're then expected to go and study and invest 4 years of your life into something that you don't even know if it's right. Mum or dad or whoever's put the pressure to do that, the community, the society. At least with these programs, they're just hard hitting and they just get to the point, and after a month or two, if it's me or me, it's not. But you've learned something.
And how do you pick your topic? Most people, how do you pick your major? How do you pick them?
Yeah, how I picked my major, it was literally what am I decent at? And at school,
Was
like
it the teacher?
where
said
are my
something?
grades? And it was like, okay, my mom wants me to become a teacher, so what subject can I teach? And then I went on to university and did a degree that, okay, like I did learn some stuff from it, but I'm obviously here. So it shows that I'm not a teacher. Again, I didn't agree with the education system, and it's such a waste of time. Really.
Yeah. I
Well,
think
it depends what it is, though.
that's what I was
But
gonna
because
say.
it's not a waste of time for all. I mean, if you want to be a doctor, then you
Cool.
got to study this
Absolutely.
stuff,
You wanna be a
right?
vet, you wanna be a
You want to be an
dentist.
engineer, you have to learn the thing. So it depends. I mean, if those professions is what you want to go in, then you have to.
Yeah.
You want to be a lawyer, then you have to learn
Yeah.
this stuff. But if that's not what your soul desires, then what is
Yeah.
it you want?
I
you
think
know?
it's just become this basic thing where, okay, you go to school, after school you go to college, after college it's just like ticking off this whole thing of what life should be like. You
Yeah.
get married, you have kids, and then your
breaking the
kids go
mold.
off, and then you
Yeah.
start saving for your kids, and then they do the same thing. And it's just this thing where society has told us that this is what you need to do to look successful, not even be
But
successful.
that's what I'm saying when I'm saying this conscious shift is happening now.
Yeah.
Where people are becoming more aware of that now.
Yeah.
And it's saying, how do we create something that, number one, it doesn't really require 4 years of your life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And number two is practical skills that is implemented every single
Yeah.
day. I mean, just
Mm.
things like fulfillment, happwealth, health, all of these things,
quiet the
meditation,
mind.
everything. But at the same time, being practical in the sense that we live in a world where money we're in the money game, whether
Yeah.
we like it or not.
Yeah.
And so, how do you play it effectively?
Play it
Have
well.
fun with it.
Yeah.
And be good at it and
Yeah.
create some sort of freedom lifestyle
Yeah.
for self. where
and
they get
make
that
money
choice.
meanwhile.
Yeah.
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 So that's why I'm saying right now, it's a closing game. The only reason it's a closing game is because people need to be conscious of it.
Mm.
Once people are conscious of it and people start seeing, wow, what is this? Like, people are coming through this Wealth Yogi certification program, and everyone's thriving in different ways. They have their own message,
Mm.
right? They're thriving in different ways. They've got so much confidence. And then the future of it, when they see results, right? Belief system will be there, and people will naturally be like, that's something they do.
Mm.
Is not to be closed on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the biggest things that resonated with me whenever I first flew over and came to Superpower Live, was whenever Master had actually said from stage, I want you to know that money can be made in any industry, at any age, at any time. And I think that was reassurance for me, because where I'm from, I was brought up to believe to have a good paycheck, you need to have a good job. And you need to go and you need to be educated. Otherwise, you'll be a retail manager, a shop assistant, or just any old job. And whenever I heard that, and then whenever I started actually practicing it, that's why I love what we do here within the I Am Creator community, because we've got people even as young as Bella coming on board, starting their online shop, their online store, right up to people. Hero's even got students in their 60s, 70s, making money online and stuff as well, and just providing that education out there to people.
We've
And
got one of our wealth yogis who's in her 60s.
yeah,
Yeah.
we do. And
Never
Paul
too
as well.
young, never
Yeah.
too old.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Mm.
Anyways, moving on to the next part of the show, my favorite part is going to be the creators news. Right, so I think today I literally just seen this. Aaliyah had posted it. She doesn't even know that I'm going to bring it up here, but I showed it to Dan when we were setting up for the show, and I really, 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 really like this. Right, Aaliyah says tradition is just peer pressure from dead people.
There you go. That kind of follows on from what we were just saying about the fact that we have to go to university.
Yeah,
We don't.
That was a good one.
that was
That's
really good.
clever.
That is a
I will
very
say
good
it's
one.
not a quote that I made up,
I
but
know,
it's
but-
something that's just stuck with me. Like
Uh,
I've seen it, and just a lot of stuff that's going on everywhere, And again, it's just there's a lot of nice things about tradition and culture, but honestly speaking, there's just so much that's forced onto people,
Yeah.
and there's so much that other people take on themselves because they feel like they have to adhere to it.
Mm.
But really, when you think about it, it's just literally peer pressure from dead people.
Yeah, that's true. Master, what's your take on that? I was excited for this one to come up.
God,
What is
no
that?
words. It's powerful. Very good.
It's
Very
good,
nice.
right?
Do,
Yeah.
do you like my plant behind? His name is Joe.
Which one? The flowers or
The
the
flower.
plant?
The
Oh.
flowers are
Flower.
dying, but the plant
So that's
behind.
the dead plant. Huh?
Was it a banana plant? Banana leaf plant or what they call it?
I don't
Yeah.
know. His name is Joe. That's all you need to
Okay.
We're
know.
still waiting for the bananas.
Wow. Nice. Okay, and I think moving on from that as well, I think we had another entry. Louise had submitted this in. Was from Francesco. By the way, Francesco has been getting involved in absolutely everything. Playing
yeah.
Fallout. He's on FLC. Every Creator Circle show, he's
Yeah.
got this happy face on him all the time.
He's
just
so sweet as well. He sends through the sweetest, nicest messages.
He just came
Yeah.
through Nat's 7-day yoga manifestation challenge as well.
And that's why I picked it, because he's all over the place and he's not afraid to put himself out there.
Yeah.
So
He says, "Hi everyone, I was procrastinating and after I watched Bella's video and some of you guys, I decided to make mine too. Yogi with Lamborghini challenge from Master Sri Akashna's YouTube video. Everyone have an amazing day.
Yeah.
Love yourself, right? Why I thought this was really powerful was because to recognize Bella here in that moment for putting yourself out there, you don't even realize the impact that you actually have on other people.
Huge impact.
Massive.
Huge.
Very special
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah. And a lot of people, that's what I say after we finish up all our calls, Creator Circle Plus calls. What's one thing we always say is go share your 3 biggest,
Aha moments.
right? And the reason why we do that is because by teaching is learning, and it's actually inspiring other people to do it as well. And I used to underestimate the power of that because I used to only have a tiny following online or like 200 friends on Facebook. But you actually don't realize that the connection and the power that can have for people to get inspired by other people.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing as well, and also that's why we're encouraging also the creators to get active here.
Yeah.
When they get active here, we also can see when we also talk about it, then that message suddenly goes from 20, 50, 100 people, 200 people to the thousands of
That's
people,
it.
you know?
Yeah.
So it goes a long way, and I think people can't think, oh, I have a small following, so I shouldn't do, because actually, if you can make one difference to one life in this world, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah.
And just even understanding that you may take away something completely different from what is being taught and the meaning behind, like if I'm saying something, I may mean something different. You may understand something different. And when you go out and talk about it, other people may connect with you and your meaning, or even take away something different from that, because everyone has a different way of communicating and saying things. And that's just how everything all connects and how one thing has so many different meanings.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nice. I think was it?
Hey, Bella's coming on. She's coming on to Wealth Yogi, isn't it?
She's coming to Wealth Yogi.
She just messaged me and she's like, "I'm so excited to be with you guys. I'm so excited to be there." And she does so much. She's just,
you know what?
like, just
I think
taking
she
a moment
will
for
be
her.
a 17-year-old that comes here
She's
and
gonna
has
blow up.
like the
She's
biggest
blowing up
will
already. She's
crush
gonna
you.
crush
No,
it.
she actually really will.
Yeah.
She's
Like
also
people-
really,
like
she's
people-
helping me right now with my 21-day abundance meditation challenge.
Do
And
you know,
even that, it's just like
I'm
amount
so
of people.
over the fact. I'm so over the statement of people coming up to me saying, "Oh, Master Lim, you're so young. You've done so much." I'm just sitting there going, "You can't call me young anymore.
You're
I'm
a grandpa now."
I'm a grandpa. I am like a grandpa, right?" So she's going to be coming for Wealth Yogi 2020.
Mhm.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Okay, right.
And
There
we've
we
got
go.
we may have another exciting project coming up as well, which we're not going to talk about right now.
Oh,
But
what a
It's a
hoot.
bit of a-
Damn, after we've hit off recording, we're having a separate meeting. I want to find out, right? Okay, I think, Ali, you submitted this, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
I just wanted to give a shout out
Yeah.
because a lot of people are, they come on and they share their manifestations, and it's really nice to see people's manifestations, especially because it's when it's not only for themselves but for like their friends and their family members.
Yeah.
It just shows that when you manifest for other people with just love in your heart and just love as the intention to make others happy as well, things manifest so much faster. And we obviously also have our Manifesting Beast Awards at the GLC, which we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
But just giving her a shout out, it's Lou Bose. And she said, "What an amazing week. Manifested a wonderful birthday trip for my husband's birthday.
Beautiful.
And then today I got a call for an interview for the job I applied for in June.
Very
I'm
nice.
so grateful for this."
Beautiful.
Which is-
Congratulations, Lou.
Nice.
It's nice to see because, when sometimes you do something and you don't see the manifestation instantly,
Yeah.
you don't realize that it's just your resistance to that manifestation. And sometimes when you just let it go and forget about it, it'll just pop up suddenly.
Yeah.
That's it. And in the description below, you guys can get your book, Set It and Forget It by Master Shri Akashna. A beautiful book. And this principle, I believe, is the result of being able to apply that method into your life as well. So awesome work, Lou. Really great job. Keep it up. And yeah, that's fantastic. Now, the next person, right, that I wanted to acknowledge, I think all of you guys on here, you know her. Her energy is so high. I don't think any of you can guess it right now because we've actually never featured her on the show. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to give her a shout out. Do you have any guesses who it is?
Kendra.
No.
No, Kendra's been.
If you know, don't say. You don't know though, right?
I don't know, but I'm having a guess.
What does her name begin with?
E.
No.
L.
Is
Oh.
it the-
Elizabeth.
Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah. Were you going to say that too?
No, it was someone else, but okay.
Okay, right. Anyway, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
right? So Elizabeth has gone quiet recently. I just had a conversation with her this week and she just messaged me. She said, I just want you to know like how she speaks with her American energy is hilarious. She said, I just want you to know everything's good, but she's just recently started school again. She's going off to study nursing, but everybody knows her inside the community and look at her engagement in there as well. She's
Yeah, she's
saying,
insane.
just wanted to pop by, thinking of you all every day, sending you all love in the world. Lots of sunshine and positivity. Just because you don't hear from me daily doesn't mean that I don't send you all the smiles. Have an amazing day, my creative circle family.
Beautiful.
So nice. But every time you speak to her, like if you ever get a voice
she's
message
a
from
ball
her,
of positivity,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Oh my God.
yeah,
I remember
every
seeing
day.
her first video. First of all, her eyes, like she's got sunglasses on in this picture, but her eyes are insane. That's what I think caught my attention with her. But then it was just like, pow, this mad video of just, I was just like,
Yeah.
even I was like, shit, son, this is coming through the video. Like this isn't even someone in person. So yeah,
And
she's
congratulations on nursing. That's
yeah,
big.
congratulations.
But
That's
insane.
another
you can
huge
tell
thing to
with the
serve.
uniform that she has got on her as well. She's
She's
actually a paramedic,
Yeah.
but she's the most happiest
Wow.
paramedic
But
ever.
imagine you've just been knocked over and you get her pick you up. I'm happy. No, but at least you know there's some positivity coming your way. Because like you need like you get these miserable parrots in the UK that are just like, all right, love, stick you on a stretcher, bung you in the back of an ambulance. At least you know, Elizabeth, you're getting some like it's love, right?
Yeah,
You
it
can't
actually
not
is.
be
Yeah.
unhappy.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I'd be happy to get saved by her. Is
But
basically
you know
what I'm
what? Whenever, all right, Louise, calm down, right? Whenever you see Louise's videos inside the group, like next video that you see,
She's
chances
mad.
are she's just came off a 20-hour paramedic shift, but her energy is so ridiculous. She was all like, "Sleep? We don't need sleep. We can sleep whenever we die." And all of this. She's just so funny. So, Liz, we see you all the
Yeah.
time. We know that you're not always fully
Good
there,
luck
but
in your new adventure.
yeah, with everything
Yeah,
that you're
keep us
doing.
posted.
And Liz is working super hard right now to clear up her schedule to come to San Diego.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And meet us all in San Diego
that'd be
again as
nice.
well.
Everyone,
nice.
all creators must
Yeah.
come to San Diego.
Yeah.
We all get together.
Yeah.
Finally, all get to meet each other. And
That's it.
And it's
Yeah.
going to be so fun. We have so much planned.
Nice. Speaking of San Diego, you've got some announcements to make for
Oh, yeah?
everybody watching here today, I
Oh
believe,
wow,
right?
this is actually huge
Right.
because this is our first time we're doing this,
Okay.
and these are basically our nominees. Can we have
Okay.
a drum roll, please?
So we have a list of awards, right? Is that true?
Yep.
We've got a number of awards lined up that the I Am Creator team have lined up, and we at San Diego are going to be acknowledging a list of nominees, but we need your help, right?
Yeah, we do. So
So,
I'm going to read out the
Okay.
nominees for each award.
okay.
So this is like the Oscars for very, very special people.
Hey.
These are the Global Leadership Conference Awards nominees.
Okay.
So the first section, the first award is Global Impact Creator 2019.
Okay.
And the nominees are, drumroll please,
Master
number
just
one.
closes his eyes.
He's drum rolling in his head.
Too much energy.
Okay.
Okay.
Number one, Jane Mims.
Hey.
That's like a no-brainer.
That's a
Everybody knows
no-brainer.
that.
Very
yeah.
special soul.
Yeah.
Number two, David O'Connor.
Excellent. Yeah.
Another beautiful
Oh,
soul.
David.
Number three,
He's the best
Mama
goalkeeper.
Delisa.
Mama Lisa, yeah.
This is hard. This is not fair. We'll have to vote for everyone.
Well, if you go from different accounts and vote for them, maybe. Number four, another beautiful soul, Kendra.
Oh.
Number five, Ooh, number 5, Sugar Dumpling.
Oh, Latika.
Yeah,
Oh,
Latika.
Latika.
She's
that's
actually
twins.
also
Do you know
going
what?
to be.
That's actually, I think, I haven't even heard the rest of the awards yet, but I think that's probably one of the most difficult ones. If you had to leave that in my hands to
That's
pick,
legitimately the hardest one.
no,
to-
like, I couldn't. No,
But it's just
seriously.
it's amazing how blessed we are to have all these
So
many,
beautiful souls on
yeah.
though. These are all our GIC
Top
members.
GIC
Yeah.
members.
Oh my
There's actually
gosh.
so many more, but
I
there was
know.
it's so hard to pick out 5 for nominees. Yeah.
I
So
think David
talking
needs to
about
win 'cause he's a
Teak
good
as well.
goalkeeper.
So we call Latika Teak. She's known as spiritual Teak. She's
I thought
also
you were gonna
going
say she's
to
known
be,
as Sugar Dumpling.
she's also going to be our MC
Oh.
at the awards,
Oh my
and
God.
she's
Wow.
hilarious. She's so funny, and the reason we picked her out is because we actually had. Do you want to talk about why the reason you picked her out from MTS?
She was just outstanding.
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's
Everybody
funny,
will be
her
able to meet her,
energy's there.
see her,
Yeah.
the energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
should
feel
we,
her
should we
before
do
she
a
even
little
gets
tease?
Yeah,
there.
you really
know
can.
you're just like, I don't know, here I am.
Yeah.
And she'll come in and she'll be like, oh, this room needs to be saged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, all nominees that we're going through right now, all nominees will get to join the platinum dinner evening with all the other influencers, all the other leaders.
Which is going to be another influencer awards evening.
That's right.
And we're going to have entertainment. It's going to be a black tie event.
Wow.
Really
I need to find a
fancy.
suit.
So bougie.
So bushy.
Okay.
Okay, right.
The next one is our Freedom Lifestyle Creator 2019 award. And the nominees are, of course, Jane Mims again.
Oh, yes, obviously.
Okay. Oh, this is good then. So can we just nominate everybody for all of them and then each one just win one category and then we're okay?
Well, there's...
It's down to the people. It's the people's choice. The People's Choice
Choice
Awards.
Okay, so we have Jane Mims.
Nice.
We have Dan Kaiser.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
We have Sam Chung,
Mm.
Yeah.
who's also helping us with our store.
Yeah.
We have Jane Fang, another
Yes,
beautiful soul.
definitely.
Of course.
And then someone who's just recently popped up on our radar
Uh-huh.
is Amelie Mazayer.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Okay.
is really stepped up as a leader in FLC. She's so beautiful.
For current season?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
okay.
she's always in there. She's always helping people,
Wow.
helping everyone, and she's really on it. Like really, really on it. So
Okay.
I'm really excited for, because we have so many like faces that we know so well, and I'm really excited because I know she's going to become one of those faces.
We're gonna have a
that
lot
will
more
become-
newcomers as
Wow.
well.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm actually really excited before you move on, just to meet everybody in actual human form. Like seriously, Kendra, I speak to Kendra all the time, and I literally feel like I've known her or met her somewhere
That's
before.
what happened. Jeremy the other day said, "Oh, Kendra said she'll finally be meeting you." I said, "No, I've met Kendra before."
Yeah.
He said, "No, she said she hasn't." I said,
Master
"No,
Goose
I've
meet
met."
Liv. Kendra was at Superpower Live, wasn't she? And I was like, no, bro, just everything online.
we just get so
hear-
used
It's
to
crazy.
it.
And then like when you do meet them, you just start talking to them as if like you've
Yeah.
been friends for ages and
That's
you
it.
don't even lovely
Yeah.
to meet you. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, so blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's big events are always exciting to attend.
Thank you
Okay,
to
so
Mr.
our
Internet.
next award
Yeah.
is for all of you, for all our creators, and this is the Creator of the Year 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And the nominees are...
Gabor.
Gavron.
Oh yeah, he's one of them.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, Gabor.
Good job he is, otherwise it
Yeah.
would
Let's
be
be up in
awkward.
arms.
Yeah.
I would have just added him as number
Just adding
6.
him onto the list.
No, but Gabor is on there. He's just amazing. Everybody knows
Oh, I
him.
love
He's
Gabor.
always on it. He's so sweet, such a nice, kind soul. And whenever anyone else has any other challenges as well, he's in all of them. And
Can I just ask a question? How many awards have you got? How many nominees have you got? And
So
are you
we've
going to
got-
be speaking about all of them?
Okay, we need to focus. Guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Focus.
Let's
We're
go.
not talking about individual people anymore.
Let's just give
even
all
though
the list, I think.
We
Mm.
love
Yeah.
we
Okay.
love all of you.
Yes, we
Right.
have so many
Okay.
words for you. Yeah.
Okay, so Creator of the Year 2019, number 1, Gabor. Love you. Number 2, Nick Blasey.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh.
Nick.
Number 3, I'm a super fan. Urmi.
Urmi,
Urmi.
yes.
Oh.
She's just amazing. She sends through messages. Okay, I know. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
supposed
Aaliyah,
to-
focus, yeah?
Okay, focus. She's amazing.
Like
okay.
she's crying right now
Number
because you
4,
mentioned her name.
Helen. Helen Coy.
Oh, I know
Yay.
Helen, yeah.
She's part
Number
of our
5.
community. Okay, I'm sorry. Number 5, Audrey. I don't know how to say her second name.
Audrey. I think you're the only Audrey.
Boston.
Yeah, the only
Boston.
Audrey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My,
And then there's Leader of the Year 2019.
Leader
Focus
of the
on
We,
Year,
it.
we
Yep.
don't need to know what
Focus.
the award is. We
Okay.
get it.
Leader of the Year. You do need to know what the award
we need
is.
to know what the award
We're
is.
joking.
Okay, number 1, Jane Mims.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2,
Oh,
David
Jane is on
O'Connor.
for everything.
Yeah.
here, huh?
She's
Yeah.
really on it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, number 3, Jane Fang. Number
Yes.
4, Sharon Burks Silver.
Yes.
Another wealth yogi.
Yeah,
and
wealth
then number
yogi.
5, Kendra McLaughlin.
Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful.
Okay. So
Okay.
the reasoning behind all of this we will explain at the the awards. So make sure you're at the awards.
There will be a
Then-
link under this video for people to be able to
Yeah, you
vote
can go
for.
on
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, and vote for everyone.
Okay.
Vote Gabble.
And then there's a Wealth Creator 2019.
Oh my God.
Now we
Wealth
only have
Creator.
4 for these,
Mm.
Oh.
so there's still one open. So
Okay.
Ooh.
if
Okay.
any, we'll see. FLC, Wealth Yogis. There's another
Mhm.
slot for you guys to fit in. But
Cool.
again, Jane Mims.
Yeah.
Number 2, Dan Kaser.
Mhm.
Number 3, Sam Chung. And number 4, Tim Han.
Nice.
Ooh,
Uh,
nice.
I think number 5 is Harpreet.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
It was
Harpreet.
there, yeah.
Okay.
So
Anyway.
sorry,
Sorry,
spaces
guys.
are now closed. No more entries.
Sorted
Yeah.
quite quickly.
These are the
Yeah.
ones that generated most revenue this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Harpreet's on then too.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Now-
You can apply
I think
applications for
Tim Han is crushing it though.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had a 100K month. Yeah.
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 That's insane. Okay, and then we
Okay.
have Manifesting Beast 2019. Ooh, this one's interesting.
Daniela
Daniela Preference.
manifested
for sure.
herself
Yeah.
all the way around the world.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Then there's Jade Moser.
Mhm.
Jim
There's
Moser.
Sam Chung.
Mhm.
Sam
There's
Chung.
Kathy Miller.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then there's still one slot left for
Okay.
another Manifesting
Should we close
Beast.
it now? Who can we?
We were just talking about this. I think we're all
next
at
next focus. Okay.
Hey, you're nearly as distracted as I am.
you know, I
Okay,
need to
okay.
spend less time
I
with you.
know.
Okay, MTS nominees.
Master of the stage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a Master the Stage event where we have all the speakers go on stage, and then there's like a whole point system. You're making me nervous. I
Oh
feel
my
like you're
gosh.
just like, hurry up, hurry
The
up.
best on stage.
Yeah, the one that
Just-
does the best in the
just the
program.
5 names, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Number 1, this girl is just amazing.
Just the name, please. Yeah.
Okay, she just wows me. Number 1, Aaliyah Nuru. God.
Oh.
Wow.
It took me a minute. I was like,
Did she just nominate herself?
Yeah.
Nominate yourself.
No, this
Okay,
is
and then for
before I
the
had
rest of
power
it, just
to
click
do
on the
that.
link. You'll be able to see the rest on the link.
Okay. Okay. So number 2, Gina.
Yeah.
Number
Oh.
3, Peter Murong.
Yes.
Number 4, Hannah Penny Broccoli.
yes.
Yeah.
Number 5, Latika Russell.
Nice.
Chicken dumpling. Okay.
Next.
And then there's Okay, get it.
Awakened Spirit of the Awakened Spirit of the year.
Awakened Spirit of 2019.
Yeah. So these are for the people with most development, most progression, personal development. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Jeremy Hughes.
Yep.
Nick Blacey.
Yep.
No.
Jade Moser.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or me.
Yep.
And number 5 is still open.
Oh.
Oh, I've got it already.
Mm.
It's Bella. For sure. She's
Most
17.
developed?
Oh, most spiritually
Awakened
awakened.
spirit.
Spiritually awakened.
No, not the most awakened.
Oh, I thought you
Not the
said
most awakened. The awakening journey.
Oh, awakening.
Mm.
Oh, I thought just because she's 17, like she's really more
She's
awakened.
very
Deserves an
awakened.
award.
Mhm.
My gosh.
She's the already awakened award. She gets that one.
Yeah.
Already awakened award. Okay, Bella, we'll throw in that one.
And then we've got Wealth Yogi 2019.
Mm.
We have 6 for this one because we couldn't pick. So we have Mike,
Yeah.
Mike
yeah.
Cheng,
Yeah.
Svenja,
Yeah.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
Eileen,
Yeah.
Nice.
Laura,
Yeah.
and Dane.
Nice. Very good.
Are you proud of me?
Are we complete?
We're done.
Yeah, we're
Wow. Give her a hand.
Yes. Okay. So everybody must join our conference in San Diego. It's one. This will only happen one time. This is actually the last one as well. So we won't be running the Global Leadership Conference again. So make sure just for the opportunity to get together with creators from all around the world, to click on the link in the description and get your ticket right now for the event. It's a very, very special event.
We've got a lot of nice, amazing influencers coming on as well.
That's
yes,
right.
there we go. Guys, unfortunately, due to time today, I don't get time to play my game show. I'm so sad because Aaliyah took my time slot with that announcement, but it's totally fine. It's so needed. However, before we leave, we're just going to start with Master, work our way through. We're going to finish with one line that we want to leave for everybody watching right now. What's one thing that you want to say, Master?
Breathe.
No, you used that the last time.
Really?
Yes. No, listen, I asked you the last time on the game show if there's one thing that you could say, if there's one word that you could tell the world, you would say, give us a sentence.
Okay. Follow your heart and take action.
That's Tim Hans.
It just resonates right now.
Okay.
It's mad that you...
Follow your heart, take action.
Follow your heart and take action and breathe. There we go.
It's funny
Louise?
you say that, because I was going to say do it today before tomorrow becomes yesterday,
Okay.
which is again take action.
Beautiful.
Cool.
So that's the
Aaliyah.
vibration right now for everyone.
Okay, I have no idea why this one's in my head, but it was on my daily reminders on Post, so I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
When you heal yourself, you heal others.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And I'm actually not going to say anything along the lines of that, except we look forward to seeing you all in San Diego. If you haven't got your tickets already, be sure to do so. We're going to pop a link in the description below. Like I said at the beginning of the Creator Show, the reason why we put this together is to create positivity, love, learnings, teachings for everybody. So if you're not already, I don't know why you wouldn't be already. Join the Creator Circle Plus. You can find a link in the description below. We all hang out every Sunday together, live on a Zoom call. We practice physical health. We meditate together. We dive into teachings to prepare you for life, to equip your container, to go out there, to manifest, to bring forth everything that you want into your life, and to live a happier, peaceful, beautiful life as well. But for today, I just want to say thank you, Master, for being here. Thank you, Louise, for joining us from London. Thank you, Aaliyah, as always, for being here. Thank you to our incredible team. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Be sure to comment below. Let us know what you thought of today's class. Let us know if there's any questions we can help you with regarding any of the topics discussed. And remember, if you have not done so already, be sure to hit the subscribe button somewhere above or below this video. And we look forward to seeing you all very soon. Blessings. Namaste. To everybody.